Students, yesterday we studied about the name, habit and habitat, and geographical distribution of Amphioxus. Today we'll study the external features of Amphioxus. Now talking about the Branchiostoma, it is a small, elongated and fish-like animal that is about 5 to 8 centimeter in length. Its body is whitish in color and is laterally somewhat compressed, and it is pointed at both the ends. Therefore, it is also commonly known as lane slit. The body is streamlined and is well suited for swimming as well as burrowing. The posterior end is more tapering and pointed compared to the anterior end. Now talking about the divisions of the body, a true head is degenerate and absent in Amphioxus, and the body is divisible only into two regions. The larger anterior region forms the trunk, whereas shorter posterior postannal region forms the tail. The anterior region of the trunk is projected in the front as a pointed snout or rostrum. Here you can see in the diagram, this is the anterior region which is projected forward and forms the rostrum. Apertures of the body, the trunk bears the three openings: mouth, archiopore and anus. Anteriorly below the rostrum founds a tentaculated structure, the oral hood. Here in the diagram you can see this is the rostrum and this is the oral hood, which is formed by the dorsal and lateral projections of the body. Mouth is a very wide anterior-ventral aperture which is bordered by the free margin of oral hood. Archiopore is a small mid-ventral rounded aperture which lies just in front of the ventral fin. Here you can see in the diagram, just in front of the ventral fin lies the archiopore. The largest arterial cavity surrounding the pharynx opens outside through this archiopore. Another small aperture is the anus, which lies somewhat asymmetrically to the left of mid-ventral line at the base of the caudal fin. This is the caudal fin and at its base lies the anus. The small posterior body region behind the anus is the tail. This is the region behind the anus, which is tail. Talking about the fins and folds of Branchiostoma, Branchiostoma bears three longitudinal median, or we can say unpaired fins, that is dorsal, caudal and ventral. Here you can see in the diagram, this is the dorsal fin, caudal fin and ventral fin. Paired fins are absent in Branchiostoma. The dorsal fin lies mid-dorsally along the length of the trunk. It is continuous behind and joins a much broader caudal fin around the tail. Here you can see the dorsal fin runs behind and joins the caudal fin. The ventral fin runs mid-ventrally from caudal fin up to the archiopore along the posterior trunk region. It is slightly wider than the dorsal fin. Here you can see the ventral fin. The dorsal and ventral fins are internally supported by respectively 1 or 2 rows of small rectangular fin ray boxes. These are the fin ray boxes. Fin rays are lacking in the caudal fins. So this was about the fins and folds of Branchiostoma and its external morphology. Also, besides fins and fin rays, on each lateral side of the body, we can see a series of arrow-shaped muscle bands, which are known as myotomes or myomeres. Here you can see these are the arrow-shaped muscle bands, known as myotomes or myomeres. And between the mouth and archiopore, We can also see on either side below the myotomes a series of gonads. You can see here the series of gonads. So this was all about the branchiostoma. Thank you.